So this is the Nine9 quick change boring system. This is the Cat 40 tool holder. It is coolant through capable. There are a couple of set screws on here that we'll use to help hold the tool in. Um, there's some lightning holes around the outside diameter of this. The idea behind this is so it stays balanced at 10,000 RPM. The face of it, there's a ground surface on the outside here, and then there's also a slot in here. That slot is integral to the boring head itself, the boring bar itself. And this is just a sample of one of the boring bars that we have. There's a pin that you see right here. That pin will go into that slot. So as it rotates around, this boring bar is built on an eccentric. So as it rotates around, it limits how much that boring bar can rotate. So like I said, this boring bar is ground on an eccentric, so the shank is not concentric with the actual boring bar itself. This looks like this is not complete because there's no insert here, and there's an insert pocket on this side. That is for counterbalance. So like I said, because we want to run this at 5,000, 10,000 RPM, there's a counterbalance to counteract the weight of that insert. So as this, you saw how I had this go together. We want to make sure that when you put this together, that those two faces, let's see if I can get lined up here. See how there's a little bit of a gap in between here? We want to make sure that those two are seated together. And from there, we can adjust the size. Here's our mark on our bore bar, so we can adjust the size, plus or minus or plus, the direction I'm going here. The range of this tool is very, very limited because if this bar were to get too far offset from the center line of the tool, then we'd lose our balance. So the idea behind it is that we have a very small range. And this particular bar here, 21.87 to 22.12 range in millimeters. So that's the very limited range, like I said. One thing else I want to show, this groove here is to help hold the tool in place, in location. So if you've got this on a vertical machine, and before we go to tighten it up here, this set screw here will retain that bore bar. So when you put this in the machine and need to adjust it for whatever reason, you just basically break these set screws loose enough to turn this, and the bar doesn't drop out and wreck itself on the table of the machine. And then like I said, once you get the size set, however you need to have it set, let's see, we want it right there. Then we'll lock this thing in place. This particular boring bar here is not coolant through, even though the tool holder is, but the boring bars can be made coolant through. We can EDM holes or machine holes into these, just at your request. So anyway, that's the boring system that Nine9 is offering, and thanks for your time. Appreciate it.